Today we are starting with alkyl halides and aryl halides. Organic chemistry. We are starting with a new chapter. We have finished with coordination chemistry and today we are starting with alkyl and aryl halides. So there is the first video for alkyl and aryl halides, and alkyl halides and aryl halides are there. Alkyl halides and aryl halides. So this is what the introduction speaks about, that the halido derivative of an alkene, halido derivative of an alkane is called alkyl halide. What do you mean by halido derivative of an alkene? You see, alkane is this one. You've got a halogen X2. So you can write this as what? Rx plus Hx is there. So halido derivative of an alkane. This halide goes and replaces this hydrogen. Hydrogen comes out with X. So it forms Hx. And this is called a halido derivative of an alkane. Halido derivative. Okay, this is an introduction. So halido derivative of an alkane is called alkyl halide and is divided into following types: mono alkyl halide, that is RCH2X, that's a mono alkyl halide; dialkyl halide, that is coming out to RCXX and H; trialkyl halide, that is RCXX and X; and tetraalkyl halide, that is X, C, X, X and X. So if it is one halide present, that is called a monoalkyl halide; two halides present, then it's called a dialkyl halide; three halides present, then it's called a trialkyl halide; four halides present, that is called tetraalkyl halides. Our portion only covers monoalkyl halides and trialkyl halides and aryl halides. These are the three things there in the portion for our syllabus. So we are starting with monoalkyl halides today. Okay, so we have to prepare monoalkyl halides. See this one: preparation of monoalkyl halides. Preparation of monoalkyl halide. See this one. This is coming out to be CH3. First is CH3COOH. This is an acetic acid. Treat this acetic acid with silver hydroxide, AgOH. So what you should get it? Elimination of what? Water is taking place from it. Once it eliminates out water, this becomes CH3COO Ag plus H2O. This is called a silver acetate. Okay. Take this silver acetate, treat this one with bromine in presence of CCl4. CCl4 is a decarboxylating agent. What do you mean by decarboxylating agent? CCl4 is a decarboxylating agent. What do you mean by decarboxylating agent? It will have the tendency to remove out carbon dioxide. So, if it removes out carbon dioxide from it. So, once it removes out the carbon dioxide, so therefore what happens? This is coming up to be, just a minute. So once you remove out carbon dioxide, this is coming out to be CH3Br is out. CH3Br is out. Plus CO2 is released out. Plus AgBr is out. You get all the three components over here. So you have got CH3Br plus CO2 plus AgBr. This is called a Borodin-Hunsdiecker reaction. Hunsdiecker reaction. Okay. So Borodin-Hunsdiecker reaction to be discussed. So we have taken into Borodin-Hunsdiecker reaction into an account over here. But the problem arises that but the problem arises that if it is a Borodin-Hunsdiecker reaction we discussed, this is CH3Br will get it. The same reaction should be pertained with this also. Just see. This is CH3COOAg plus iodine in presence of CCl4. Again the same thing should come out. That is CO2 is out and CH3I should be there plus CO2 is there plus AgI should be there. But you don't get it. Why? The reason is that, देखो reasoning क्या पूछता है? Carbon and iodine. Carbon is small size. Iodine is large size. And if the carbon is small size and iodine is large size, the bond length will be large, and therefore bond dissociation energy will be low. Bond dissociation energy will be low. Is low. That is why it is not possible. Okay, it is not possible. So that is why this is not possible at all form. So what is the outcome? Question 2 ka ISC mein, this is the way the question is being presented. Okay, so what is the outcome? Dekho, what you should do? You take it like this one, CH3COAg, that is silver acetate. And you treat this one with iodine. In presence of CCl4, definitely CCl4 is there. CCl4 will act as a decarboxylating. It will definitely act as a decarboxylating agent. Okay, so what will it do? It will act as a decarboxylating agent. So what will happen? Carbon dioxide will be released out. Dekho, 2AgI will be released out. 2AgI will be released out. And simultaneously you will get, dekho, there are 2 CH3 and 1 CO. That is CH3COO, CH3 is obtained. This one dimethyl ester. Okay, this is called a Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. Birnbaum-Simonini reaction. So you be very cautious about this one. Whenever you have an iodine reacting with that is what? Reacting with CH3COOAg, you will never write out, never write out that CH3I will be formed. You will be definitely showing that the reaction will be a dimethyl ester. It's a question which is often asked in ISC to check your concepts. Undoubtedly, CCl4 acts as a decarboxylating agent. Everything is okay, but you have a concept that has to be restricted on these features over here. So this is one method of preparation we have discussed, and that one method of preparation was having lots and lots of what? Concepts based equations. Okay. So the second method of preparation is what? You take it like this one. The same thing can be prepared. CH3Cl plus AgI is there. Okay. Sorry, Ki. Ki you take it in presence of acetone. I just told you that it is not possible to prepare, but since it can be prepared by this method, that is iodine. This is called a halido exchange method. And can be prepared by creating an inert medium. Agar inert medium rahega, you can go for preparation of this particular compound, which is not possible in normal condition. This is called a Conen-Finkelstein's reaction. Conen-Finkelstein reaction. Okay. Third method is again a halide exchange method, that is Schwarz reaction. Over here, a lower halide is substituted by higher halide. But over here, what will happen? CH3F2 is there, plus CH3F is there. Okay, sorry, CH3I is there, and Hg2F2 reactive. This can be written like this way. 2HgI is obtained. This is coming up to 2CH3F plus HgI. This is called a Schwarz reaction. So Schwarz reaction is called exchange of halide from higher halido group to the lower halido group, and in the case of what? Conen-Finkelstein's reaction, exchange of halide is from the lower halide to the higher halido group, and should be always performed in inert medium. Not required for the Schwarz reaction, because you know it very well. Fluorine is small size, carbon is small size. Both will be going and interacting with each other to form a stable compound. So there are 3 reactions we have finished today. Tomorrow we'll go for next